About 35% of North Americans are obese. That's 1 in 3 of us. I know, I used to be one of them. About 50% of North Americans are overweight. That's 1 in 2 of us. What's causing this? Can we agree that most people do not want to be overweight? Can we also agree that most people believe that if you eat healthy, delicious tasting food, that food should help you to manage your weight while building and fueling your body? Let's take a closer look at that. Wellness warriors, if you want to manage your weight, it's important to improve your health. On Mind Blowing Health and Wellness with Violet, my focus is to help you to create the mindset that's going to help you to achieve that goal. If this is something that you're working on, subscribe because I make new videos every week. We want to be healthy. We want our food to taste good. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Our grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents were able to make delicious meals that had us all running home at the end of the day to have something to eat. And guess what? We were a healthy weight back then. And it was no easy task. Often moms were in the kitchen preparing meals for hours on end because there were no microwaves. Meals were not set and forget like they are today. The work that Ma put into the meal, choosing healthy whole foods, actually produced strong young men and women who could either go out into the fields and plow and work for hours or go off to be educated and their brains were working amazingly, or who were engaging young children who were running around strong and climbing trees and doing the foods that our parents used to make allowed us to be energetic and using our bodies in every way that we wanted to be able to use our body. That is not the world we're living in today. Today's world is all about convenience. We want to spend the least amount of time in the kitchen so that we can run off and do fun stuff. But here's what's interesting, guys. The fun stuff that we're doing today isn't strenuous. It doesn't take a lot to tippy tap on a video game controller or to scroll on a cell phone. A lot of us do not run around like our ancestors used to. A lot of us are not moving as much as our ancestors used to. So we've got easier access to food, but we don't move as much. We're not as strong as we used to be. Food companies have helped us to achieve quicker meals because it doesn't take hours in the kitchen anymore. For example, to make breakfast. We can have breakfast in 5 minutes by pouring some milk over some cereal. We can have breakfast in 5 minutes by throwing something in the microwave. And believe it or not, it'll come out like a sandwich. Food companies have made it that easy for us. And the stuff tastes good, but is it healthy? Don't worry about it because food companies have you covered. You can have a bowl of cereal from whole grains that has that heart healthy check in it so that you really know that it's healthy. However, if you happen to be somebody who's more interested in flavors, they've got you covered there too with this colorful, fruity cereal that you pour milk in 5 minutes again, and you've got a delicious sweet bowl of something to eat for breakfast. If you happen to fall in the middle of those two categories, don't worry about it. You can take the healthy cereal and add sugar to it. Delicious, sweet, healthy. Wellness warriors, almost every single food company that I looked up had some form of healthy, protein-focused cereal or bar or product that you could eat that was going to save you time, that had promises of being just as healthy as a home-cooked whole foods meal. And then, of course, they had their line of junk food for those of us who don't care as much about being healthy because I'm young and I'm strong and my body's fine and I'm willing to eat the fun foods. Am I the only one that's seeing the problem here? They are actually getting us from both sides. If you want to be healthy, oh, here, I have this for you. If you don't care about health, I have this for you. But both sets of foods are processed foods that are actually unhealthy. And I can say that quite confidently because they know. Now, how do I know that they know? Wellness warriors, food companies hire food scientists to specially formulate the food in a way that when we eat it, we feel compelled to eat more. We crave it. We seek it. Food companies actively try to get us to overeat their foods. That's not someone who's interested in my health. I do understand that every company, every business wants to make money. The problem that I have is when you take a product that you know is unhealthy and then market it to people as if it's healthy, you are actively deceiving people. Every box of cereal should be marketed as a fun treat and not as something to eat first thing in the morning. And if someone decides to have a chocolate bar for breakfast, they're actively taking a decision to eat this unhealthy thing for breakfast because nobody would say a chocolate bar is a healthy food. But how often do I see people having granola bars for breakfast, protein bars for breakfast? Honestly, they're still not healthy foods. I actually remember that there were cookies that were marketed as breakfast cookies for people to lose weight on. Protein heavy breakfast cookies. They're still cookies. We can make money while being honest. You can sell healthy foods like meats and low glycemic vegetables and market those as healthy and market everything else that's processed, carby garbage as fun foods because that's what they are. Something happens to us when we want to make money, and it stops us from being able to see that people's health should matter way more than how much money your company is making, because it's those same people that are buying the product. But you know what the problem is that we are replaceable. They don't care which one of us buys it. And wellness warriors, that should make you angry. And that should cause you to stop giving your money to companies that don't care about your health. Eat whole foods. I'm telling you to invest in your health, right? With either foods that you've prepared yourself, or at least go to the extent of going to a restaurant where they're preparing whole foods for you in a healthy way. So if you're going to eat out for the convenience, make sure it's convenient in the fact that your health is going to benefit. And yes, I understand that that sometimes means spending more at the restaurant. I get it. That's why I say first and foremost, eat at home. Like I eat most of my meals at home because I control the food, it's healthier, and it's less expensive. But if you want to go out, maybe go out less often. And when you do go out, go to the restaurant that's going to grill your meats rather than put it in harsh oils. And that's going to use good quality eggs and good quality meats and good quality vegetables. And it's not just going to put the highest carb vegetable on your plate because they're cheaper. Prioritize your health over the taste of food. Wellness warriors, I really want you to start asking that question. Is my goal to build the healthiest violet possible? Or is my goal to give my money away to the food companies and then to the drug companies while I'm suffering? I don't want you to suffer. Check out this video where I talk about what you're actually worth to the food companies. I do believe you're going to be shocked. I can't wait to talk to you guys again next week. You might want to subscribe and ring the bell so that you don't miss next week's discussion.